Should we start it like that?
No.
Hello.
No. I can't.
Are we good? What is going on, everybody? Joe's from Fitment Industries, and I'm with a couple goons today.
Yeah, I'm Dakota from Fitment Industries. You get last, Corey.
You get last.
I'm Corey from Fitment Industries.
And welcome back to another episode of From the Gallery. We picked 5 cars from our Fitment Gallery over at fitmentindustries.com. We reviewed them on a score of 1 to 10. We talk about them, we rate them, we do a whole bunch of things.
All kinds of fun stuff.
So if you want your car featured in a future episode of From the Gallery, don't forget to add it over at fitmentindustries.com/ad. Nice. And then email shop@fitmentindustries.com with the subject line, review my ride, and we'll make sure to put it in the list to get reviewed in a future episode. Greg loves that.
Yeah, I know.
You get some motion track all of it. It's really a lot of fun. He's shaking his head behind the camera.
Anywho.
So up first, we got a 2015 Volkswagen GTI on some avant-garde M6.
We got them AGs.
19 by 8.5 plus 45 all around on some Pirelli P0 215 35 on some airlift performance air suspension. So this is Kenny V Mark 7.
Mark 7.
GTI.
Yep.
Go
It's
ahead and take a
on
look.
them AGs.
I get to go first.
Okay.
I like the color combo, first of all. Black and red, you can never go wrong with that. I like how he's tucking. I prefer fender to lip. You can't really go wrong with tucking. I like it.
Like Corey, I'm normally a fender to lip guy, but this guy is pulling off the tuck pretty damn good. It looks nice. Like, I'm not mad about it. The AGs on there look phenomenal. He is the Pirellis. Ooh. Ooh, this guy wasn't afraid to spend some change on this GTI.
He balled out.
Yeah, it's a pretty simplistic look, but everything he did is like pronounced, you know, like it stands out. So, like I like the rear end, the rear bumper, the kind of like diffuser that's on there. That looks phenomenal. The exhaust looks good, and I like the tucked fitment. Oddly enough, on it, it looks really, really damn good.
No, I'd have to agree. I like everything that he's got going on with this. The color combo, even though how much it is like overdone and everything like that, it does look really good. I think it is set apart with the tucked fitment versus like a fender to lip. You get some like really down low. He can really just slam that thing on the ground when he airs out and everything like that. Overall, it's a very, I would say, very subtle, except for like that color pop. But like overall, I would say a very subtle build, which I can really appreciate.
It's a very good OEM plus build.
Yes,
exactly.
I didn't even realize there was a rear diffuser on it. I don't know that much about Volkswagen.
Well, it flows so nicely with it. You can't even tell it's aftermarket.
No, I absolutely love it. Shall we rate it?
Yes.
All right, on 3.
Ready? Out of 10. 10
right.
being the best car you've ever seen in your life. 1 being the worst you've ever seen in your life.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
8.5. 2 up me there a little bit.
What was the extra 0.7?
Yeah, what gave it the
or the
0.2?
negative 0.3?
The razzle dazzle. I mean, I
It
like
does have that razzle
It's got the
dazzle.
razzle dazzle, but it's not like super wild, so I couldn't give it a huge score. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's nice and simple.
Has the razzle dazzle, but it doesn't rustle your Jimmy.
Exactly. My Jimmies are very unrustled.
So up next, we got a 2013 BMW 550i on some rotiform LGBs. 20 by 10 plus 23 in the front, 20 by 12 plus 36 in the rear on some Atsu
IG
8000s, some Godspeed coilovers. IG is Dapper Man Stance. Dapper Man Stance.
Dapper Man Stance. It's a bold
BMW.
name.
It looks
It's a
pretty
very
dapper
bold
though.
name.
Does he live up to it?
He has a good list of mods.
Yeah,
Looks
build
subtle,
sheet.
but he has carbon geomet rotors, carbon ceramic pads, BMW M Performance carbon fiber front splitter,
Guy likes his car.
M Performance spoiler, carbon fiber rear diffuser. He's got all the carbon biddies, all right. And then it looks like he's on E85 with a stage 3 tune, custom full exhaust. He's stage 3, bro. Just let her have it.
Fast.
4.4 liter twin turbo V8. So yeah, he has some
So
stuff
she
done under the
scoots.
hood. Yeah, she scoots, bud.
Okay.
So, off the bat, it's definitely like it gives a good race vibe from like a fast car vibe,
Sure.
if you know what I mean. I love the rotiforms on it. However, I'm not a big black wheel guy.
Nope.
Like you just lose a lot of the detail in the wheel when you do black wheels. Unfortunately, it looks like a shadow. So I like to see some color, or even I feel like polished wheels would look phenomenal on that. But I mean, to each their own. That's my personal opinion. I do like the blue calipers. That makes it pop a little bit, adds a little bit. But it's kind of a weird contrast with the yellow covered headlights and fog lights. I don't know. I know it's kind of like the race-inspired look, but I'd almost like to see it without it.
Yeah, I'd have to say definitely I 100% agree with you on the black wheels, because like if I wouldn't have seen that picture right there, I'd forget that it's got those little, you know, spurs off the spokes and everything like that. They just get lost. Like you don't see them.
Yep.
Which if like that's your thing, if you want to be more subtle about it and like not have everything like all in your face, that's completely fine. The yellow headlights kind of throw me off a little bit, and I don't know if it's like the color combo with like the blue and the white and the black and everything like that, but there's something about it that just throws me off just a little bit. I think if it were like a polished wheel or like a silver wheel, the headlights would tie in a little better.
For sure.
Or if it maybe wasn't for the blue calipers. But overall, I like all the carbon accents that he has to it. I love the performance upgrades to it. The stance itself, or like the fitment itself, is really nice. So I can't talk too much good about it.
I love the stance. I love the meaty setup, but also kind of stretched, kind of meaty.
Right.
Why won't I keep scrolling? There we go. I love the wheels. It looks like the hardware is silver. I would go gold on the hardware because I think that would make the black and just really look fucking gangster, especially with the yellow headlights. I love that it's on coilovers because, you know, then you're always kind of rolling like a gangster, and then also better for the track. It looks like he's got all the performance goodies. I love four-door BMWs. I think that it's a nice big body and oh my god. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Good job.
Damn. Corey's best friends with that guy now.
Yeah.
Ready to rate?
Yeah.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
7.5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely perfect. Kudos to you, Mr. Dapper. Dapper Man Stance, you do live up to the name.
Holy cow.
We have a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C63S on some Rohana RFX 11s front. 20x9 plus 35 and 20x10 plus 40. In the rears on some Hankook Ventus S1 Evo 2s and on some KW suspension.
Noise.
I like the Euro theme.
First off, RFX 11, absolutely fantastic choice. I love those big spoke, wide set spoke wheels on some big cars.
Yeah.
Second of all, I love that it's a wagon. Wagons are dope. KW suspension coilovers, absolutely fantastic choice. This thing looks amazing. Like this would make like a great like summer daily driver.
Yep.
The fitment itself looks like it's really on point. Can't really say anything bad about it. I mean, it's like I feel like with this you can't really throw a whole bunch on it because it just starts to take away from like what it actually is.
Yeah, I can't really add much to that because, like you said, if you throw anything more on this, you kind of lose like the clean lines, the super clean build that he's got going. Again, like we talked about with the Volkswagen, that OEM Plus. Paint's immaculate. I mean, obviously it's a pretty new car, but yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very functional. It's not super low.
Right.
I dig it.
Cool.
So I love wagons. I'm a sucker for wagons. Any type of wagon. And this thing looks super good. The Rohanas on there was a great choice.
The 20s was a bold move too.
It was, but this car fits the 20s
I like it because
perfectly.
you can go more like the fender to lip look, but not lose the ground clearance.
Exactly, yeah, and that's what this. It looks like an extremely like functional setup. I would like to see a little bit of a splitter on it, like or a lip or a diffuser, just to add a little bit more to it because I think it could pull it off. But it does look good the way it is. But yeah, I'd like to see just a little bit more, like a couple carbon fiber bits. I think would really set this thing off. But otherwise, the V8 bi-turbo AMG, like this is gnarly.
Oh, yeah.
This thing is sweet. Oh, let's rate it.
Alrighty, on 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
9.
Up next, we got a 2012 Volkswagen Scirocco. So hitting Dakota right in the feels today. On some BBS RS, 18 by 9.5 plus 20 in the front, 18 by 10 plus 12 in the rear. What?
Corey already has something to say. If you want to let Corey go off first.
I can already tell because it's the downsized spaces.
Yep.
Corey absolutely hates the downsized faces. So he's on some Michelin Pilot Sport 4. Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, 215/40 on airlift performance air suspension. So
Do we
Corey,
say his IG tag?
his IG tag is Toco ZQs.
I'll be the nice guy first. I love this Twinkie. Like, look at this thing. It is fucking dope. It is, in my eyes, perfect. The fitment is spot on. It's super simplistic, but has little things to it done that just adds to the cleanness, like the badge delete and stuff like that. And I don't think these come with a factory black roof, but it looks like his roof is like vinyl wrap black, which looks phenomenal on it. It's hard for me to talk about because it's perfect. There's nothing I would change. I think it looks phenomenal. I'm not joking at all. And I know Corey's ready to rip into it, so I better like compliment it some more because he's about to get the 3rd degree.
Tell the internet how you feel, Corey.
All right, they were expecting me to roast it. I love the car. Yeah. I think that the clean lines, everything looks perfect. The fitment is on point. Like, I love Sciroccos. They look so smooth, so crispy. I love the quad exhaust he's got coming out. And then he ruined the whole car.
Oh, man.
He ruined it by throwing some 16s on it. Because why would you throw 16s on any car newer than 2010?
Why not?
But then, he tried upsizing it to an 18 with these
18s, I thought
goofy little mirrored lips. It's like he was like, hey, look at my polished little wheel right here, and then here's a mirror in case you want to check yourself out, and then I got some 18-inch tires too for my 16-inch wheels. Why, bro? Why?
I don't really have a stand on it, I guess. Like it's different and I like it. I think this car does pull it off pretty well because I have seen it on some cars that just don't pull it off. But like on this one, I can see it. I like the style that he went with it. The build itself is super clean. I love like the D-badge front end. I think that adds like a lot of character to it. The Sciroccos themselves, because we're American and don't have these cars over here, they're always super cool to us just because they are different. We don't have them. So it's like anytime one of them comes across, like it's like,
that's
damn,
cool.
I love it. I love that it's yellow too. Like I feel like those colors are just, they pop. No one has a yellow car. So when a yellow Scirocco on some downside.
Maybe that's why I like it so much. Yeah.
It's different, and I can.
It's so different.
I can enjoy it. All right, 1, 2, 3.
9.2.
All right, last car of the day, 2009 Audi R8.
Damn.
On some signature wheels, SV305s. So this is Yo Focus is. So he's got 20 by 9 plus 35 in the front, 20 by 11.5 plus 39 in the rear. On some Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's on some airlift performance air suspension.
Ooh, those wheels. Those wheels are crispy.
Are wild.
I love the color combo of the wheels. I love like that dark bronze gunmetal. Yeah. I'd like to see an interior shot.
Yeah.
So R8s are like, they hit like a weird spot for me. Like, I think it's just like the proportions of them are off to me. And I don't know, because like they try to keep it like soft, like the smoother body lines or something, and then like that midsection is just like, blomp, like it's
you're
just,
a
like,
hater, bro.
But all that aside, I think his choice for wheels, the color combo, the suspension, the tires, of course, everything like that is absolutely on freaking point. I think like the fitment that he went with, like the style that he went with is absolutely perfect. I love that instead of like a black wheel or just like a straight silver wheel, he went with like a copper or bronze, but like a brushed bronze or something like that. It's really subtle.
It's hard to put your finger on.
Yeah, it gives a nice color contrast to like the rest of the wheel too. So especially with the floating spokes and everything like that, it really sets it apart.
So I think it's awesome that there's an Audi R8 on air. You don't see that too often, but I would really like to see it fender to lip. I think it would look phenomenal fender to lip.
But then he couldn't be smacking that front end on the ground.
It's okay. I like the aggressive look to it. Overall, this one does look really nice though. So
cool.
I love the color of the wheels too.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
8.5.
Some high ratings.
Yep.
8.5, 8.5?
9.5.
9.5.
I figure if I can't afford it, I gotta jack it.
Alrighty, so that is going to do it for this episode of From the Gallery. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, if you want your car to be featured in an upcoming episode, don't forget to add it to our Fitment gallery over at fitmentindustries.com/ad. And then shoot us an email at shop@fitmentindustries.com with the subject line, review my car, review my ride. That's going to wrap it up for today. Don't forget wheels, tires, suspension, fitmentindustries.com. I'm Jels.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Dakota.
We'll see you later.
Bye.